So I was sitting there one day, mindlessly staring at my ceiling. No, stop, we've been here before. So with the announcement of the new DLC coming to Resident Evil Village, I figured it would be a good time to complete every unlockable achievement in the game. And after seeing how well the last video did, it was clear to me that you all enjoy this type of video. Although much like last video, I had already played the game beforehand, so many of the achievements had already been completed. Of course, if you enjoy, make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, give me all your money, you know how it goes. For those who live under a rock, Resident Evil is a survival horror game series created by Capcom. The franchise was reborn, in a sense, upon the release of Resident Evil 7, my personal favorite, and featured first-person horror elements, whereas in previous games it was almost exclusively played in third person. Although there's two main differences between this video and last video. That being, 1, I had an additional 10 achievements to collect, totaling at 17 incomplete achievements. And 2, some of these achievements were streamed live on twitch.tv/ScorcherJaws. Yes, that was a shameless plug, go follow. And before we begin, I figured it's worth mentioning that this video will literally spoil the entire game. Are we clear? Here, I'll even put it in writing for you. And there you go. So now you can't say I didn't warn you, even if you're deaf. And on the off chance that you're watching this video and you're blind and deaf, here you go. There you go, see? I accounted for everyone. In my first playthrough, my only goal was to complete the universe's best dad achievement, which is simply beat the game on the hardest difficulty, known as Village of Shadows. Now, I could have, if I wanted, started a whole new game and have absolutely nothing in my inventory at the beginning. Unfortunately, I'm not a masochist, so I started from a previous game utilizing New Game Plus. Now, there are a few key differences between VOS and Standard, that being that on top of all enemies having more health and damage, in some areas more enemies will spawn. In chase sections, enemies will spawn in your path blocking the way, and some enemies are just completely replaced with stronger ones. But none of that compares to Chris's section. For those who don't know, after the fight with Heisenberg, Miranda comes out and gives you some deep lore about the game before taking away something fairly important from you. Ethan, of course, kinda needs a heart to live, so he dies a miserable death and Chris takes his place. In Chris's section, you're given a completely new inventory and a plethora of enemies to use it on. But the problem with this section is that there's so many enemies it's hard to make space. So you need to have lightning fast reaction times to block before you get hit, because you don't have too many syringes to burn. And I say that because right after you think you've survived the worst of it... Oh shit. You have to fight a homeless Santa Claus. Now this fight wouldn't be too hard if you were playing on any other difficulty, but on VOS he's very hard to dodge and hits like a freight train. Oh my god. Fucking shit, man. I'm dead. I'm so fucked. Okay. Although what I found is to save all of your flashbangs for this fight, and as soon as you hear the prompt,
okay, Captain, I'm reloading. Ready when you are.
Throw a flashbang and mark the target. The game will give you a surprising amount of time to allow the shot to connect. Although, overall, I would say that other than that fight in the first few moments of the game, VOS wasn't actually that difficult. If you plan on doing VOS yourself, I would recommend starting again from an old save unless you truly believe in yourself. Alright, that's it from me. Enjoy the highlights. Bam! Bam! Oh, you suck. Back here is the most horrifying thing in the entire game. This was the only thing that actually scared me first time I played this. And I'm not even kidding. It's truly terrifying. That actually scared me the first time that I played this. There's probably still a clip of it. Ah! That actually scared the fuck out of me. Die! Of me getting scared shitless. Ah! Because a goddamn pig. Alright. Welcome to the Hotel of Dreams. Knock knock. It's the IRS. You owe me taxes. Okay. Puzzle. Like that. Alright. I'm the dentist. Open your mouth. Man, you got some lodged in your throat there. Got a cavity? Wow. You must not be eating very healthy. Best friend. There's that. Fairy tale. Was it that? Yeah. Oh no! It's a big spooky baby! Oh my god! Boink. That fucking shit better get in here. Come on. 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 Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Ah. Well, you are ugly. I agree. Now don't lie.
Hey guys, while you wait, why don't you subscribe to the channel? It's free, and you can always change your mind later. So what the heck, man? Subscribe. And while you're at it, go down there and smash that like button. Thanks guys, and enjoy the rest of the video. Bye.
Just lock this. Boink. I forgot about you. If I seek advice, I free MZ. I got, oh. I was not paying attention. I was looking at chat. Please excuse me. Ow, I did not block that. Probably should have been paying attention. Oh my goodness! How much did I got? Oh, I have enough for the steak. I should probably go buy the steak.
We'll be slaughtering.
My head's actually hurting right now, and I don't know why. Oh, Christ. Alright. Yeah, might as well.
Worry not. You can buy it back if you like.
Okay. Whoops. Weave. Oh shit. Oh, fucking open. Oh. Okay.
You're better off than I thought.
Ah! Okay, that actually got me. Not open? I'll get open.
Okay, big guy.
That's not two big guys either. Ow. Did I get hit? Who hit me? Guy was a little beefy. Oh my god, please. Oh my goodness! Okay. Remember this from the Mercenaries. Whoa. I'm a little fucking stupid. I'm a little special, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god! Oh, there's a lot. Oh, there's a lot. Excuse me. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, take your time. Please take your time. There is no rush, I assure you. Oh, you just cut my dick off. Damn. He died. Woo! That was just in time. I am really trying to heal. Bro, back up. I can go up here. Grenade! That shit doesn't feel good. There's a weak spot in the back. That would have been nice to know 10 seconds ago. Keep threatening me. Keep roaring. Keep doing that. Die. Oh my god, he's still alive. Stun. Ah! Well, that gives me loads of time. Thank you. Here. Fucking Christ. Flash! Die! Be dead! Holy shit! That guy would not die.
Why the hell can't you realize Rose is my goddamn kid, not yours?
Saved me from
There's a lot of voice lines going on right now. Can we just have one guy talk at a time?
splendid power. My daughter will be made manifest at last. I've waited a century, all for this day. This is how you end these adventures.
Why'd you use the lame knife, bro?
To ensure I never see your face, I will feed you.
Oh, thanks, bro.
Happy birthday.
My next playthrough was all about finishing all the in-game and lesser Steam achievements. There weren't any specific goals for this run, just whatever I thought I could get, I went for. Starting with Fire in the Hole. Starting from the beginning of the game, I passed where you would normally get the knife and skip the cutscene with the game's fan-favorite character. And on the first enemy, I decided to test out the plausibility of the Knives Out achievement, and it wasn't the hardest thing I've ever done. Moving past the survival portion, I got the Duke, reluctantly sold my WCX, and got some inferior supplies. The F2 rifle, the GM79 grenade launcher, some mines, and the recipe to make mines. After entering Castle Dametresk and becoming a human Christmas tree, I started going around killing as many enemies as I could with these weapons, starting with the grenade launcher. And have I mentioned how good the grenade launcher is? Scientists have proved it's actually smarter than humans. I mean, look how easily it solved this puzzle. How the fuck did that work? Although it is worth mentioning that grenade launchers are deathly afraid of bells that are located outside. As you can see, the grenade is just going right through it, and it's common knowledge that when grenades feel threatened, they disable collision. Moving towards the roof, I used the grenade launcher as an artillery cannon to deal with the castle's pesky bat infestation problem, and finally got the achievement. That's one down. And of course, these were Samkas, so I had to bait one into landing on top of a mine, which after some struggling, I eventually managed to do. Oh my god! Of course, this meant that it was time for the sniper rifle to see some use. And I didn't actually have infinite ammo for it, although I didn't need a lot, I just needed enough.
Wake him out of your head, wanker! Piss! Mongrel! All in a day's work. I told you sniping was a good job. I'll make it look easy.
Holy shit, I'm so fucking cool.
Of course, after I beat Domitresk, I had to get the winged key, and I was pleased to find that I could actually snipe the Lycan's ass and actually have it one-shot him. For context, I also tried this on my VOS playthrough, and it didn't work. Shoot him in the arrows. Nice booties, Luke. Oh shit. And I didn't actually notice it at the time, but this was the last sniper kill I needed, which means that I forever have the knowledge of knowing that the last kill for the achievement that I needed was obtained by shooting a preoccupied Lycan in his ass. Then I did the Beneviento portion, but nobody cares about that, so so on to Moreau. And actually, while you guys weren't looking, I got Artisan. Artisan?
Artisan.
Anyway, I would like to talk about Moreau's section, but there isn't much to tell because it was over sooner than it started.
In death as he was in life. Disgust. The exit's up ahead.
And at this point, it was clear to me that the rest would have to be saved for the next playthrough, so now my goal was just to finish the game so I could move on to the next run. I'll spare you the details from the remainder of this run, because so far I only have 3 of the 8 Steam achievements, and this video is already longer than the last one. So we're rolling right into the next playthrough. My third playthrough was all about the boring achievements like Bookworm and Heretic. Of course, since thinking is hard, and I wanted to get this video out before the end of the year, I used various guides online to help me find the last few things I needed. Starting at the village attack, I figured it'd be a good idea to try to make progress on entrapment as much as I could. For this run, I had 2, and after all this hard work, I had... got 4 out of that? Skipping forward a bit, I tried to get entrapment again at the courtyard of Castle Domitresk, making sure that she hit every enemy twice. And by the end, I had just enough enemies in the courtyard to finish the achievement. This meant that the only 2 story achievements left were Bookworm and Heretic. Then as I was fighting one of Lady D's daughters, I apparently killed her so fast she called me on Discord.
I don't want to die.
I'm sick of bugs.
But it turns out it wasn't a deceased vampire, it was just Nat, who wanted to show me his house in Minecraft. Holy fuck, alright, I'm convinced. Ew, go back to the tree. Thanks. Then I got off village for a bit to play games with Nat. Now, as much as I'd love to show you more about me getting both Bookworm and Heretic, my dumbass forgot to hit the record button for the entire time I was playing the game when I got back from playing with Nat. Meaning I lost over 2 hours of gameplay, which included me getting the last 2 achievements I was going for this run, and I somehow didn't even think to check if I was still recording once during the entire run. Thanks, Nat.
Flashbang.
So, instead of showing you footage of me getting the last 2 goats of warding in the last file I needed, I'll show you screenshots of where they were. The first goat of warding was in Moreau's section, right before his fight. It was up on a wooden platform and I had no questions as to how I missed this one. The last file I needed was right after the fight with Sturm in Heisenberg's factory, in which apparently, even though I knew it was there, I never once read Heisenberg's diary. The last thing I needed was the second and last goat of warding, which I found was in Chris's section. And I don't even feel remotely ashamed that I didn't find this. I mean, come on, look how hidden that is. There's no way I would have found that out myself. With these achievements now complete, this meant it was time for the achievements associated with the extra unlockable game mode, the Mercenaries. And believe me when I say it wasn't easy. Up next, of course, was Legendary Cowboy, which required me to beat every stage with at least an S rank. But I was going for everything in and out of game, which meant I needed to get at least an SS in every stage to unlock the LZ Answerer. The highest possible rank was SSS, which I wouldn't say is too challenging to get, but it requires a little more fine-tuning to ensure you don't waste any time. Now, it's worth mentioning that, much like the rest of the game, I had played this game mode before once. In the story mode, I completed it multiple times already, and at least once on each difficulty. I somehow managed to get an S on my first try in Village though, but that wasn't good enough, so back in we go! The first stage wasn't the most intense one the mode had to offer. For my loadout, I chose to sell my first aid, the ammo I didn't need, and my Lemmy. Then I bought the M1911, maxed out the reload speed, and upgraded the power to level 5. The whole first section was honestly pretty easy. There weren't too many tough fights and it was over pretty quick. The second arena was a little tougher, but I made it tougher on myself. When you first spawn in, you're facing away from the stronghold, and I figured that since it's behind you, the game would be trying to hide some enemies up there and you had to go up there first. This was not the case. By turning around, I wasted a bunch of time because the goal spawned up there, meaning when I ran back down to kill the enemies I missed, I not only killed my combo, but I also missed out on a lot of time just running around because I chose all brawn for most of my abilities. But I chose to play it out anyway. The final arena started off alright, and thank God I'm so observant, otherwise this soldat would have hit me. Soldat. The rest of the run was the same mediocre tendencies with the same fuck-ups and was generally a pretty bad run. But don't worry, I got what I deserved. Did I do it? I got another S. This time I got an SYG-12 instead of the M1911. And instead of breaking my legs with all brawn abilities, I chose to make myself break the sound barrier via agility upgrades. I am zooming. I am speedy. I also went down first on the second arena, saving some time. And all these improvements together gave me... Please? Yes! The SS rank. Now I could sit here all day and tell you about how all the stages went in order while not missing any details, but that sounds pretty boring, so I'll give you the short version. Stage 2? Shit. There, I fixed it. Stage 3? Done. Stage 4? Fuck. Okay, so I did some off-camera grind. Stop. With stage 4 done, this meant it was time for the harder stages. The next few stages take away the items that you would rely on. Now, all the game gives you is a Lemmy and some extra lay. And while we're on this subject, I'd just like to say... Fuck the Lemmy! Oh, you mean the gun you have to rely on for the rest of the game mode? Yeah, that one! Everything about this handgun is shit. The bullet spread is atrocious. The ammo capacity is a joke. Hell, the shots don't even do that much damage. Yet, this is your most reliable tool? I wouldn't trust this fucking thing to wash my car keys. The worst part is, the enemies in these stages seem to move faster, and keeping these bastards at a safe distance using only the shitty nerf blaster became far from a good time. Oh, okay. After some experimenting and many deaths. You can't fucking skip this, by the way. I found the best way to do these stages is to buy a Magnum, only use it for the big guys, and on the longer stages, sell it when you run out of ammo in exchange for the grenade launcher. Anyway, I flew through the rest of the stages and figured out that there was a bonus stage after the second factory. You're kidding. And this stage wasn't too bad up until the last few arenas. During the fourth arena, I completely ran out of ammo, meaning I was down to just my knife. But luckily I was able to get an ability that made my knife 10 times stronger in exchange for my other guns to be much weaker. This didn't seem to be a big deal at the time. I killed a few more enemies until I got overwhelmed and just finished it there. But now I had the ability to get more ammo. So I went into the last arena, and god damn, that decreased my gun's damage way more than I thought it would. This meant I would either have to brave it out with my knife, or just hope I had enough bullets. And after some long internal debating, I knew exactly. I died, okay, just shut up. I thought this meant I'd have to do the whole stage again, but I guess I was being blessed by some external force because somehow... Speaking of external forces, did you know that approximately 0% of my viewers are actually subscribed? So if you're enjoying this video, make sure you like that smash button and... The final achievement I had yet to complete was Knives Out, which, though hidden on Steam, appears within the in-game achievements list and requires you to beat the game using only close combat weapons. This means you can beat the game with any type of knife you've collected. This could be the basic survival knife, Chris's knife, or... you could be a goddamn Jedi. Starting once again from the village attack at the beginning, I didn't actually have the answer yet, so I had to survive the attack using Chris's knife.
I love you.
Ow. After that, some more things happened that nobody cares about until I got to the Duke, which I immediately sold all but one of my guns and bought the Answerer. Alright, check this shit out, check this shit out, check this out. Alright, you ready, you ready? Oh my god. Lady D's section wasn't too different besides the fact that I had to solve the light puzzle without the grenade launcher's innovative mind. Then I violently murdered 2 children in cold blood or whatever. Stop. Up until now I was able to do everything without the use of a gun, but the first problem of the run comes up at the fight for the Mask of Pleasure. This fight takes place in the armory, and it's required to blow up this wall behind the bookshelf to allow her to take damage. I wasn't sure if I was able to blow up the wall with the rocket pistol, because even though she's immune to damage before a gentle breeze is let in, the splash damage might still manage to hit her, ruining the run. Luckily, I'm a paranoid little bitch, so the second I killed her I checked to see if the challenge was still on, and it was. Crisis averted.
Holy shit!
The first boss fight was of course with the lady herself, or at least what used to be the lady herself. This fight wasn't as hard as I was expecting. She didn't hit me much and I was able to just stand beside her, even in front of her, while wildly clicking my mouse.
I want a cheese stick.
But the fight went by surprisingly fast, and before I knew it I was on to the next one. And that was...
We do not care. We do not care.
Listen, I know it's supposed to be a scary section. It's meant to slow the game down and be the main puzzle area, to cause panic and knowing your only means of defense were taken away, and now it's just you, whatever the fuck this thing is. And I do like it, but after playing through the same slowed down section 3 times in the same week, it kinda loses the effect. Hell, I did it so many times I memorized the code to the door to the hallway and basement. Up next we had Moreau, and this time I actually got to experience the fight. And honestly, it wasn't anything special. Once again, I just went up to him, slashed as much as I could before his acid rain, and when that was over, I would just repeat the cycle. I am a goddamn Jedi. Moreau. Scares me. Can your weak spot come out to play? Oh, I gotta make space for the first aid. Oh, I got rid of first aid for that. There we go. After that was the stronghold, and let's just say my method here was minimalist. Thank you for understanding. Listen, it worked and we're moving on now. Up next was the factory, and this was the first part I was actually worried about since the soldats all had a weak spot that they tried to protect. Luckily it's pretty easy to hit the weak spots when there's a chance to, and it wasn't the generic ones I was worried about. It was more the... Yeah, fuck that. The rest of the factory played out pretty much how you'd expect. Of course, I couldn't kill the panzers, so I had to find a way to go around them. Hello. Ow. But this last one in the hall takes a long time to walk all the way to the open area, so I had to just stand there and watch it slowly walk towards me. Come here. Thank you. Then there was Heisenberg's fight, but this was exempt from the rules since there's no way to fight without using the tank, so it played out basically the same way. Now came the part that always gives me trouble. Chris's section. Once again, this part was giving me problems. Beyond the fact there were just a lot of enemies, the target locator sometimes just counted as using a gun. So the first time I played through this section, I scooted past all the enemies, survived 3 waves of the attack, only to find that before I went in, the Lycans that died to the Locator's blast counted as me using a weapon. Meaning I had to quit the game, load the save file before I did the Heisenberg fight, do all that again, and hope that it wouldn't count as me using a weapon. Luckily it worked properly on the second try, but I could have been there all night if the game made me. Unfortunately, things didn't get much easier from there, because now I had to fight Santa again. But this time, I was on the naughty list.
Dashing through the snow in one horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way.
This time, since I couldn't use guns, I had to crouch and try to get his legs, because I didn't have enough range to hit his weak spot, and the rest of his body was armored. This was a 6-minute long fight, composed of me just slashing at this man's legs while my mouse was crying for help. Can I go home now? Now, moving past the eternal fight with the holy kneecap, Ethan puts his plot armor back on and is ready to put this playthrough to rest, along with this forever long goddamn video. But before I could do that, I had to steal all profits the Duke has ever made by selling every treasure item I had collected up to this point, cementing my legacy in Resident Evil Village forever by making it known to the world that in exchange for your kindness, I will make you go bankrupt. Now, with 3.1 million laid to my name, it was time for the final fight. This was the last obstacle in my way from beating the game to completion. Take Miranda down, and I could finally rest. So that's what I did. And by one final swing of the answerer, it was done. Wait. What the fuck do you mean I shot her? Are we good? Yeah, okay. With this last achievement meant I could buy the last of the remaining extra content, that being the infinite ammo for the sniper rifle, and complete the game. Finally, I can go back to being American. You don't seem to be laughing. You see, the joke is, now that I had another game complete, I could proudly display it on my Steam profile so that I could impress a small collection of strangers on the internet. And what could be more rewarding than that? Hey guys, if you're still here, I cannot thank you enough. Like, you deserve a medal. In fact, here. There you go. But in all seriousness, this video took forever to record and edit, so if you made it this far, please consider subscribing. Seeing the last video get so much support gave me the drive to make this one, so thank you all for that. I put my heart and soul into these videos, so it's amazing seeing so many people enjoy them. Anyway, that's all from me. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.